We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Hello and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak for Thursday, March 8th. I'm your host, Chris Kiefer, and we're going to take a look at the top news and sports stories from Northeast Mississippi. But first, let's start with your weather forecast. Today we're looking at sunny skies with a high of 51 and a low of 30. There's a 0% chance of rain. Looking ahead at your 3-day outlook, Friday, sunny with a high of 64 and a low of 48. Saturday, 100% chance of rain, high of 62, low of 51. And for Sunday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 62 and a low of 37. Let's take a look now at today's top headlines. Several Tupelo elected leaders will travel on Friday to visit Mississippi cities that have established outdoor leisure and recreation districts. Those districts are areas where alcohol may be openly carried and consumed outdoors. There is some opposition from the city council toward the creation of such a district in Tupelo. With several votes potentially up for grabs, Mayor Jason Shelton is taking 3 council members across the state for some field research. Shelton, other administration advisors, and city council members Travis Beard, Nettie Davis, and Betty Palmer will make the trip. They will visit Laurel, Hattiesburg, and Ocean Springs on Friday. Chief Operations Officer Don Lewis said council members will have the chance to discuss the districts with city officials and restaurant owners. Shelton's administration has recommended the city council establish a Go Cup district in Tupelo's downtown district for a 6-month trial period. The zone's active hours would be Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. At those times, alcohol purchased at restaurants or other permitted establishments could be openly carried within the zone, but only in clear plastic cups approved by the city. For the first time in 2 years, the food court at the mall at Barnes Crossing is fully occupied. The addition in recent weeks of Teppanyaki Sun Japanese Grill, Yolo Rolo, and American Deli means all 9 spaces available in the main eating area of the mall are taken. Teppanyaki sells sushi, noodles, and rice dishes, as well as other hibachi grill items. Yolo Rolo features rolled ice cream. American Deli has a wide-ranging menu that includes hamburgers, wings, fish, chicken tenders, shrimp, and sandwiches. The last 2 additions filled voids that the food court had. While hungry customers could get Chinese food, pizza, chicken tenders, chicken wings, and sandwiches, there were no places that served ice cream or hamburgers. While the food court is full, the mall did lose a restaurant tenant a few weeks ago when the lease on Mexican restaurant De Casa expired and the owner decided not to renew it. Officials hope 3 straight nights of flushing water lines will solve the problems of dirty and smelly water that has plagued West Saltillo for months. Residents west of Highway 45 began noticing dirty or cloudy water shortly after the city switched that side of town over to well water in September. Citizens at Tuesday's Saltillo Board of Aldermen meeting complained not only of the smell, but also of dirty water that would stain a sink if allowed to settle. Saltillo Mayor Rex Smith said the water has passed all the monthly health inspections and is safe to drink. He said the problem is related to the switch to well water because the process of treating well water and surface water uses different chemicals. The mixing of the 2 types of water means some elements in the water may not be fully treated, leading to smells. Water flowing a different direction in water lines could also be dislodging sediment. To solve the problems, the city began a concerted flushing effort Wednesday night and will continue it tonight and Friday night. The flushing will begin around 10 p.m. and run until just before dawn. If the flushing program does not solve all the issues, the city could look at returning the west side to surface water or switching the entire city to surface water. And in sports, the Ashland boys basketball team may be the reigning champions, but they will face their biggest battle yet this afternoon. The Blue Devils are seeking a 3rd straight MHSAA Class 1A state championship today. They'll take on Okolona at 3 p.m. at the Mississippi Coliseum in Jackson. It is one of 3 title games today involving area teams. In the Class 1A girls final, Pine Grove looks to defend its crown against McAdams at 1 p.m. In the Class 4A boys final, Corinth battles Raymond at 8 p.m. Okolona is the Daily Journal's 2nd-ranked team and has been a force of nature this season. The Chieftains are 30-2 with losses against Class 6A semifinalist Starkville and Fayette Ware of Tennessee. Ashland has a record of 23-11. That record is deceiving given its difficult early season schedule that includes losses to Provine, Ingomar, Ripley, and Holly Springs. And that does it for Newsbreak on this Thursday. Don't forget that this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal to get you news off the page and on the go. The Memo podcast takes a deep dive into a single topic each week to give you a greater understanding of Northeast Mississippi. This week's show looks back at the career of Senator Thad Cochran, who will retire next month after 46 years on Capitol Hill. We've got lots of personal stories from those who knew him well. You can listen on Apple Podcasts and Google Play or online at memo.djournal.com. And Ole Miss and Mississippi State fans, listen to the Double Coverage podcast with beat reporters Parrish Alford and Logan Lowry. Look for a new episode this afternoon in Apple Podcasts and Google Play or online at doublecoverage.djournal.com. Each story discussed today on Newsbreak can be found in your Daily Journal or online at djournal.com, where you can also catch a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday morning at 7 a.m. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Kiefer. Have a great Thursday.